Well, hello, and welcome back to the channel. Beautiful day. The sun is right in my eyes. It's nice. It's not quite as warm I'd like it, but it's, getting pretty close. And it's a good day to do a project. And what a project we're doing. As you can see behind me, we're on the big truck still. I don't have a name for this truck yet. I should try to figure that out. But yeah, this is part 2 of doing extreme detail on this thing. I hope you watch part 1. If you haven't, I'll put a link up here somewhere. Click on that, check it out. It was pretty nasty when I started. I'll give a little preview. It was just covered in stuff. Hasn't been washed ever, basically. Can you feel that? I know you can hear it, but can you feel it? It's got some old bird crust on it, I think. We buffed it. Look how shiny it is. We washed it, we cleaned it, we buffed it. It took me 3 days just to do the paint. Just the paint and the tires. The paint and the tires. So today we're on part 2. We have a couple things left on the outside, like the windows. I want to get some protectorant on all the plastic stuff. And there's a lot of plastic on this truck, so we're going to do that. Got to dress the tires. And I think that's it for the outside. Then we're going to move to the inside. It's not bad. The inside's not bad, but it is dirty. It is pretty filthy. It's never been cleaned on the inside either. But it's not torn up and nasty like some of the other stuff I've done. I think the worst one that I have on the channel, it was another car that had never been cleaned and at the time had 200,000 miles on it. It wasn't nasty, but there's dogs and just all kinds of stuff in that car. So it was that was quite the challenge. This isn't near that bad. It's pretty okay on the inside. It's just work truck stuff on the inside. I did find out I was gonna take the seats out, but the Torques that hold the seats down are way bigger than what I got, so we can't take the seats out, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to work around that because I'm not gonna go buy a Torques just for one little video clean job. But let's look at a couple things. The windows are pretty clean after washing it, but they still got a bunch of water spots. And they've also got this line of stuff down here at the bottom. And that's just from not washing it and letting stuff just gather there for, years and years and years. And then where I live in the Northwest, it gets moldy, not moldy, but lichen and stuff. Lichen grows on cars like crazy here. So basically we got window cleaner, which I don't like this stuff. I mentioned to somebody that I was out of window cleaner and needed to get some more, and they surprised me with 2 gallons of this. So now I have a whole bunch of this I got to get rid of. But I mean, it still works. It's just not the best. You know what I mean? But so the technique I use is, you spray the window just like that. Then you take a razor blade and you go along the whole window and just kind of scrape it. Don't gouge into it. Just scrape it. Hold it off to the side, and then around the edges, make sure you get that stuff down there. And I can feel it going from kind of rough, getting all those water stains and spots. Oh yeah, I can feel this stuff down here real good. That's gonna take some elbow grease right there. You gotta have to be careful around the trim. You don't want to cut into that trim. All right, and then just take your little, whatever this is called, microfiber, and wipe it off. And there you go. Definitely needs one more pass, but if you can see, it's a little better right there. You can also take, what is it, triple aught or quadruple aught or whatever steel thing, and just real lightly go over it, and that helps. I do that on older vehicles that have been, have a lot of staining and stuff on them. I don't think I have to go that far with this one. This can take some elbow grease. So that's how we're gonna do the windows, inside and out. All right, then as far as all the rubbers and plastics on the outside, I have this stuff. I got this for free out of a car. I seem to have a lot of free cleaning products for some reason. I get them all out of cars that I buy or look at, or people just have it and they don't want it, so they give it to me. So we're gonna use this on all the rubber and stuff. Never used it before except for a couple minutes ago. Did this little strip right here, so it looks pretty nice. It's still a little wet. I guess it takes a while to dry. And then I haven't done this, so you see this looks kind of dry and stuff, and this looks all renewed or revived, I guess. So we're gonna do all the plastics with that. I have not done this handle, but I have done this handle. And it's still drying. It's supposed to dry to a matte finish. like a matte clean finish. You know, I'm not sure if I like this or not. First time trying it, so we'll find out. I also did this whole bed rail already, and it seems to be, it's still sticky. I don't know why it dries, why it takes so long to dry. I'm not sure what it's made out of or anything. It's flammable, I know that. But this looks pretty nice. These things look pretty nice. Put it on these, but these are metal. They didn't need it, but it made them look way better. And then got a little test spot on the bumper. And that looks real nice. This bumper's really faded back here. It's got all kinds of just stuff in it. The back bumper needs a good going through. We're not gonna clean the chrome on it this time, but maybe that'll be something for another day. So we're gonna be doing this on all the trim and all the plastic and all the rubbers around the windows. And it's gonna take a little bit. But yeah, so I'm gonna start doing finishing up all the outside stuff. I'll probably do the inside of the windows at the same time I do the outside, especially the door windows. I got hair all over the place. Especially the door windows, just so, you know, up and down with the window and get all the top edge and stuff. It's just easier that way. Do all the cladding and rubber and plastic and, you know, all the cheap stuff. Well, the rubber's not cheap, the plastic's cheap. And there's a lot of cheap plastic on this thing. For the amount of money this thing costs, why is there so much cheap plastic? And then we're gonna get to the inside. I'll show you the inside once we get to that point. I don't have that much time to work on it today, so I'm gonna have to, it's gonna take me 2 days of working on it. So I don't have that much time today, so I'm gonna try to get as far as I can. And today, we're gonna get into the interior today, but I don't think I'll be able to finish it today. So it'll be like a total of 5 days detailing this thing, which is just insane. It is a big vehicle. You know, it's a lot of real estate. Took me a long time to buff that. So I'm gonna throw up some music for y'all to listen to. Hopefully it's some good stuff. And since we're here, before I get started, I want to say, you know, I'm not a professional. I'm just an at-home hobbyist. And I really like cleaning cars. It's my favorite thing. You've seen me do like revivals and stuff on the channel, which is, you know, a lot of fun. Working on little stuff here and there, which is a lot of fun. But detailing is making something go from like gross to clean, and that's my favorite thing. If you've never been here before, I want to thank you for stopping by and checking it out. Hope you stay to the end. Hope you like it. If you've been here before, well, welcome back. It'll probably be just as bad as all the other videos, so, you know, don't expect it to change. All right, let's get the montage going and get this thing detailed. When you're doing the razor blade trick, you know, it works great on the outside, and it will also work good on the inside unless it's tinted. And this one's tinted, so you do not want to use a razor blade on the inside. You'll scratch the tint up real bad and have to redo it, even if it's factory like this. Outside only, on tint. Well, the trim and the windows and all the plastic, and the tires are all done and dressed. It looks sharp now. Before, all the rubber and stuff looked really dry, and now it looks like, you know, how it's supposed to. On the rubbers itself, I've had to go over them a couple times because they keep like drying out, like they haven't been treated in like a really long time. So now they should be good. All the plastic should be good. All the plastic looks great. The back bumper looks just so much better than it did. It is so nice, you know, dark and like rich looking. The windows took quite a while. They were pretty bad, especially the windshield. It was just all kinds of like water spots, and the windows could probably use another really good scrubbing with like a better product than I had. And but they're smooth now. I can still feel like water stains. There was a lot of water stains like on the hood and stuff, and like in several different areas. So, but I'm not going to worry about that now. It's a ton improvement. That might be, you know, a special job all in itself. I know there's like special glass cleaners you can get with like the tiniest little bit of like polishing powder in it. You can also get like acid cleaners, and you can use like SOS pads or like quadruple aught or triple aught or whatever it is, steel wool, which I've done before, and it works pretty good and gets that stuff right off. But I'm not worried about it. I mean, you can barely see it unless you get like really close to it. I'm just concerned that it looks good from the inside, the outside, you know, from like 5 feet away. Like if you're getting up here like real close, you know, you're inspecting my truck just a little too much. Just, you know, back up. But this piece right here looks much better than it did. It looks so dry and gray. I think it's looking really good. The grill looks pretty nice. I wish I could find out what color this is, find some spray paint and repaint it. If you look, this is like a silver and then like a darker silver, so it's like two-tone silver. It'd be really cool to retouch it. You can see the yellowing right there. That'd be really cool. That'd really, you know, make that front end look like fresh and just pop. Maybe that'll be a thing for a different day. I don't know. Speaking of that, there's also pieces of metal that could be touched up. You know, like the tow heads, little, whatever these things are on the bumper that stick out. Like tow hooks, that's what they're called, tow hooks. Those could be painted. The things that hold the camper down, they're rusty and ugly. Those could be painted, but you know, I'm not gonna worry about that stuff right now. I don't know if I'll ever worry about that stuff. That's just old truck stuff, so that's probably gonna stay that way. But it's time to move into the interior. Let's take a look. If you watched the first video, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. That's when the paint gets done. And this thing was just nasty before, and now it's just looking phenomenal. Just like, I could stop right here and be happy, but you know, I sit on the inside when I'm driving it, so you know, if I just wanted to sit in the yard, I'd just quit. But since I sit on the inside when I drive it, let's get the inside done. So as you can see, there is a ton of dog hair. So there was a dog that rode in this for years and years and years. So there's tons of dog hair. I don't think this thing's ever been vacuumed out. I did look for through my tools to see if I have the Torx to fit the bolts for the seats so I can take them out, but I have a T60 and a T50. Look at the size difference. That is a huge difference in size. And apparently these are a T55, so the 60 won't fit and the 50 just sits in there and spins. So unfortunately I won't be taking the seats out. I wish I could. It would make things a lot easier. And it smells like dog in here. It definitely does. And that would help, you know, getting under the seats and cleaning out that doggy smell. But I'm not going to buy a new one just to do this one vehicle. So, you know, I guess they're going to stay in. We're going to work around them. Sometimes that's what you got to do. Front seats are scooted forward so I was going to start in the back, and it's just, you know, years of just like 15-20 minute chores. Just throw stuff in. We got to go. You know, there's no time to waste. We got to tow, just like, you know, whatever. You know, one of the other cars didn't start, so there's like 3 sets of jumper cables in here. Also, I've been looking for that pair right there. I just found them. This is all dog damage because, like I said, there was a dog that was in here for years and years. So this bottom piece needs to be replaced really bad. So I'm not going to do too much cleaning on that. I'll do like a wipe down, vacuum wipe down, and just kind of leave it. I think I am going to go get some leather treatment. Because the leather is pretty gross, but it's in good condition as far as the back seat and the front seats are in real nice condition, or at least they could be if we treat them. The windows on the inside are still pretty nasty. That's all dog slobber, you know. Dogs are messy. The back windows back here were pretty bad, but as you see now, they are just as clear as they can be. Looks so much better. And then the front windshield, you see all that? That's all on the inside. I don't know how that happens. I think somebody left the window down at some point and got a bunch of water in here, and then it all just, you know, filmed up on the front window. All right, then back here we got a whole bunch more dog hair. Just, it's gonna take a while to vacuum. So this is definitely turning into a 2-day project. Got piles of dog hair. I wish I had another one, but I need to spend my money on the leather treatment and not on one of these. I think we're gonna start with getting all this stuff out, and then I'll start back here and vacuum real good, then start steaming everything. The carpet's gonna take the longest for sure, and then probably followed by the leather. All this plastic's real easy to do. That's just like a quick spray with soap, steam it up, wipe it down, dry it off, and then put some kind of protector on it. That won't take very long at all. All right, let's start cleaning it out. I wish you had a smell-o-vision, smell how much dog smells in here. But yeah, let's start getting it done. Alright, so when cleaning all this stuff out and getting under the seats, I realized just how nasty it was. So I broke down, went and got the right tool, so we're taking the seats out. So let's get moving. We ain't got a lot of time left for today. Alright, well, look at it now. Pretty dang vacuumed compared to what it was. I was shocked at how much dog hair there actually is in this. Like, you can see some here, but like when you start vacuuming it starts like pulling out of the carpet, kind of like that. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, oh, that's gross. Put that right there. Ew. Oh, I wish I had gloves. Anyway, so this is how far we're gonna get tonight. It's getting kind of late. It's longer than I wanted to work on it, but I wanted to get to a certain spot. This isn't quite there, but this is a little bit of ways. So I'm gonna pick it up again tomorrow, and I gotta put some of this stuff away because it's also raining now. I got the awning down again. My back's all wet from hanging out of the truck and letting the rain hit it. But yeah. So we're gonna hit this up again tomorrow, and I can't wait. Tomorrow we're definitely gonna be able to finish this in 2 days. I didn't have the as much time today as I wanted. Tomorrow I'm gonna have way more time. I don't have any interruptions tomorrow. One little tiny thing I gotta do. That's gonna take like 15 minutes. The rest of the time I'm gonna be able to focus on this. Let's take a break. I'll throw a commercial up or something. I know y'all always like that. See you here in just a couple seconds. All right, well, it's morning, and looks like we got some blue skies. Weather says it's supposed to rain. We'll find out eventually, I guess, you know, when that time comes. But yeah, getting a nice early start, and it's almost done being vacuumed. We're gonna vacuum it, then we're gonna blow it out with compressed air. Then we're gonna start in the back, go top down, so like anything that drips as I'm cleaning all the sides and plastic and stuff, if it drips down on the carpet, then that'll be carpet washed. Then we'll do the seats, put it back in, and it'll be done. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take some time. So let's get to it. All right, well, the carpet has been sucked and blowed and sucked again, and it's a lot better than it was. It's really nice looking. Still, there's like stains all over the place right here. There's a bunch of stains in the back seat. So apparently, you know, stuff you sit in the back seat and just like spills through the crack. Over here on the driver's side, we got this really crusty spot. Sorry, the sun's in the way. There's this really crusty spot right here, probably from, you know, the non-driving foot sitting there all full of mud and stuff. But yeah, it's crusty. The rest of it feels okay. It's okay. I think it's savable. The supplies and tools I have for the interior are not as good as the tools and supplies I have for exterior. I'm not sure why. Everything's just kind of cheap and janky and free. So we got the steamer warming up. It does a real good job. You spray it down with some soapy water, steam it real quick, and then wipe it off, and it makes it so quick, so easy, and it's just like spotless afterwards. It makes life really easy. I like this thing. It's probably the best tool I have for interiors right now. Then as far as the carpet, I have this carpet spot and stain lifter. It's been in my drawer for like years, and I've never used it. I'm gonna try to use it all today and just get rid of it. I'm tired of looking at it. Then we have this like interior cleaner, which I know this stuff kind of sucks. These things I got for free, by the way. Then we have, this is just regular carpet cleaner, like for like a Bissell machine or something. And then I got a janky broken Hoover or whatever this thing is. It doesn't squirt water anymore. So in order to squirt water to get the carpet wet, I have the water hose. Hopefully we'll be able to control that. But this still does extract, which is nice. So we'll have to like be switching between water, spray it down, do all the soapy stuff, extract with the extractor, and then rinse it out and extract with the extractor again, that kind of thing, you know. And then I do have a spinny brush. I took apart the other attachment for the thing. It has like a little, you know, it has this, but then it had this little spinny thing on it. So I took that off, made my own little spinny brush. That'll really help and save on time. Then we got an assortment of just scrubby things for scrubbing, you know, whatever I can't get to with this. And then we have a bucket full of rags over there, which is almost empty because I still haven't washed my rags. You know, it's all microfiber stuff, all just cheap microfiber stuff. That's the jankiness of what we're working with. Sometimes you just don't have the right tools, you know? And so you use what you got to the best of your ability. And then over time, hopefully you start replacing some of your tools and getting the right stuff. All right, let's start getting it all done. All right, well, it's time to start on the chair. And let me tell you, going through this truck, you know, I drive it all the time. I didn't realize just how messy it is. I've only ever known it as messy and dirty. It's like one of those things when you're around it all the time, you don't see it for what it is until you, like, you know, start getting into it for some reason. This is with the dog hair especially. This is one of the worst ones I've done. But yeah, so we're getting down to the chairs. So it feels good down here on the sides and stuff, nice and smooth, and like that's gonna clean up real nice. But the stuff on the bottom, like where you sit and a little bit right here, is really rough. Like it feels kind of like suede. Also, this is so stained, and I'm not sure how much is gonna come out. I'm also nervous that some of the dye is gonna come off because this is just like caked on. There's another crack. You can see that. So I'm gonna be using just soapy water and a sponge to try to clean the leather. It's still gonna be stained afterwards. There's no way I'm gonna get this stuff out. And I'm gonna go gentle with it because I don't want it to have more damage than it has now. And then for conditioning the leather, I just have this stuff. It was cheap. That's why I got it, is because it was cheap. Because after I got to looking at these, I didn't know if I should be spending, you know, good money on it. So I spent cheap money on it. It's like, you know, you gotta wear sunscreen when the sun's out. You gotta sunscreen your leather chairs. You know, it's not just you buy it and it lasts forever. No, you gotta take care of it. But yeah, let's get it done. That was a long day, and we're not done, so I gotta move this on to a third day of just doing the interior. That'll be 3 days on the exterior and 3 days on the interior. This thing was way dirtier than I thought. What year is it? It's a 23-year-old truck, and it's never been washed, never been cleaned. I did get all the carpet done, got all the plastics cleaned on the inside. So the inside, what's on the inside is done, like clean and done. The seats and stuff are done. They're chilling out in the little shed over here. I'm not going to put them in tonight. Tomorrow's supposed to be sunny as well, so that'll help all this stuff dry out really nicely. We got to do all the like little rubber stuff. What else? Oh, we got to do the floor mats. I didn't even touch the floor mats today. As you can tell by how blue it is, if you look up here, the sun is set, and it's been set for a while, and it's late. Now I came out here at 8:30 this morning. It's 8 o'clock right now, so I've been out here, what is that? Can you do math? 11 and a half hours just doing the interior. Although having the right tools would have helped me quite a bit. having this like janky stuff, you know, janky stuff doesn't help. That always puts more time into it. It smells so much better, I can tell you that. There's no dog smell left at all. It looks nice. All right, see you in about, I don't know how long. Well, it's morning. Basically went inside, had some food, went to bed, woke up, had some food, came out here. We're about to finish it. We're so close, just a couple hours away, I think. Been a chore, let me tell you. I've got, you know, all my equipment out here. That's gonna be a chore, just putting away the equipment that I use to clean this thing. Let's get to work. All right, well, it is finally done. Inside and out. It looks really nice. It feels, sitting inside, it feels so good. Does my hair look okay? Yeah, hair looks fine. Floor mats was the last thing I did. Put them inside. As I was finishing up the last of the floor mat, it started raining. So I checked the weather, 100% chance of raining from here on out for the rest of the day. And tomorrow's supposed to rain, and the next day's supposed to rain. So I'm gonna do a reveal now. It's gonna be different. This is real life, this isn't TV. None of this is scripted. I can't script or control the weather, and I don't have a place inside to do this, so, you know, the reveal is it's gonna be wet. Sorry, that's just how life is, you know. I thought it was gonna take me 2-3 days tops for the whole thing. No, it was filthy. You know, I enjoyed doing it. I really like that it's done. I also want to say, you know, thank you for watching along. If you haven't watched the first part, I'll throw it up again. We got some other great detailing videos, some that are a little bit funner. I mean, this thing was fun because it was so filthy. My favorite ones to do are the old trucks or old cars, but I haven't had many old cars. But old trucks and stuff that where the paint's like really faded and you bring it like back to life and it's got all this character on it. Those are my favorite ones. that I like to do. But this one was pretty good. This one I'm pretty proud of. Probably the second worst one I've done on the channel. Thank you for following along, and if you like this kind of stuff, give a like, please. Well, really give a subscribe. That's what really helps. Likes do help, but subscribing really, really helps. Leave a comment. Do you read the comments? I like the comment. Yeah, thank you for watching. Look how nicely it beads up. So nice. And then right here on the plastic, that's really nice too. This just used to be a sheet of filth and water. The mirrors look really good. Don't want to look like I forgot that I wasn't towing. If you remember in the first one, if you didn't watch the first one, definitely go watch it. There were scratches, I guess rubs, and not necessarily scratches, going all down the side. And it was so foggy. I would say 90% of them came out. Right here, there was a bungee cord at one point, and there's a bunch of little dents from when it was like flapping. So this is all just like wobbly, which is cool. Like, I don't mind that. That brings out the character of the truck. It's a work truck. It's been treated like a work truck, and I like that stuff. Even though it's such a pretty color and stuff, it's okay if your truck has scratches all over it because you use it like a truck, you know? Unless it's like a sport truck, then that doesn't make sense. Sport trucks should look pretty. The plastic came out. Look how much it's beaten up. So much better than it was before. All right, inside looks phenomenal. This was all just covered in dust and like drips and, you know, whatever. Food, you know, coffee being spilled. Looks so much better now. The dash looks phenomenal. I thought that that side was going to have a bunch of stains on it, but no, it was just dirt in different, you know, colors of dirt, I guess. The seats look, I mean, they look really good. They're stained. You know, this one has a couple little wear marks in it, and that's just from neglect, basically. They feel a lot softer. That leather conditioner I have, it doesn't have lanolin, which is mostly what I like to use on leather. Like, lanolin like really helps leather. But right now, I mean, with just using that, it feels so nice. The floors came out really, really nice. There are obviously some stains left that, you know, I can't get out with my tools or chemicals, but for the most part, I'm really, really happy with them. All this stuff came out looking really good. There was so much dirt stuffed down in this crevice. It's still a little wet. It's dry for the most part, but not having the best extraction tool, it's still a little wet. Back seat looks, of course, horrendous. Yeah, floors back here look great. The windows, you can see through now. Remember, there was like dog slobber and stuff all over them. Now they're clear as glass, tinted glass, clear as tinted glass, which I think is what it's supposed to look like, right? The hood looks amazing. If you go watch part one, you'll see just how bad the hood is. And it felt like rubbing sandpaper. Now it feels like touching glass. Oh yeah, I did all the little rubbers around the doors. Rubbed all these rubbers real good. You want to keep those, you know, supple and vibrant and clean. When you get dirt on these things and you're driving, it can rub between the dirt or between the rubber and the door right here, and, you know, put little scratches in it. And this one doesn't have it yet, but like I can see a little like rub marks right here from like right here. So always keep your rubbers clean. You know, you don't want grit in your rubbers. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't sound good. It causes all kinds of problems. Clean rubbers. Dang it. What the heck? I do need to quit. I'm never doing this again. I ain't good enough. But yeah, there we go. There's another detailing video down. Sorry about the rain. But, you know, like I said, it's real life. It's not scripted. Or maybe it is. Maybe this is scripted. Maybe this is all in your head. And none of this is real. Did you ever think about that? bird poop. It's clean. It's almost spotless. What the heck?